We got old Isaac Robertson out here doing some spraying for us. He sprays timber, sprays pasture and stuff. Most of the time sprays pasture with a truck, but I got some ground back here. It's been plowed one time. We cleared this back several years ago and hadn't done anything with it. But it's growed up in thistles, and we're going to plant it in permanent pasture. I'm gonna let him burn these thistles and stuff down. But it's just, this patch here is just too rough to get on with a truck. He's gonna spray it with Roundup and 2,4-D, burn these thistles down. The thistles are real bad. I thought it'd be better to let it grow weeds till we got ready to plant it than to wash away. This ground we got up here is, you know, it's not real steep. It is to some people who've got flat land, but for Randolph County it's not terrible steep. But it does roll, and it will wash away if you're not real careful with it. Don't know if y'all can see with the glare, but I think he's spraying about 60-70 foot wide with that thing. The wind is a little fast for today, but you know, this Roundup and stuff is not critical. But these thistles are sure healthy. They love chicken litter. When these things burn down, I'll come in here and clip it off at the ground with a bush hog. We hope to plow this up in a couple of weeks, and we're gonna put bahia grass on it. So I've been clearing on this land out here since 2015. We've got a couple hundred acres of it cleared up. Still like a couple hundred. It's a slow process. We just do it as we can go. You know, as we can pay. We thought it would be better to just do it as we could pay and not borrow any money to develop this land. Of course, we had to borrow to buy a good bit of it, but you know, we're just doing it on a cash basis. This is a square 80 we're standing in here. It's split into 4 20-acre sections. It's cross fence right down the very center, and then halfway down it, it's got another. So you got 4 sections, even 20 split on just on this piece, and there's several other adjoining acres to this. But over there on top of the hill over there, I don't know if y'all can see over there, that's another square 80. They butt together here, so there's 160 acre square right here that we've got fenced, and there's several other dog legs off of it, other pieces that, you know, that join this. So all our land is contiguous. It's split by a couple of dirt roads, but it's a slow go on developing it, but we're getting there. Hard to get up real close to that skidder as wide as it sprays, but I'll try to get a little more of that when he comes back around. But that's a 748 G3 that he sprays with there. It's got a 750 gallon tank on it. Like I say, he's getting 60-70 foot wide with it. We thought it was, you know, it's just, you know, pretty expensive to run that, but it's necessary to do it that way to get this ground sprayed. There's a lot of bad washes and stuff in this, stuff we hadn't filled in with a dozer. And but like I say, we're gonna get this burned down and fix it where you know, where we can work it, and it'll be nice. We've learned a lot about fixing land. We we can't really tell you how to fix it, but we can definitely tell you how not to. We've got some of our ground that's got the best grass on it's pretty rough. You know, we didn't smooth it right, but we didn't know any better. I can't tell if he's coming back this way, or I think he is. Y'all, these thistles, they can't stand much of that Roundup and 2,4-D. They'll be wilted here as hot as the sun is today. A few hours, them things they'll be crying the blues. We got a good rain yesterday, you know, so they ought to take this chemical in real good. So I got me and Isaac here in the cab. We're gonna get a little in cab. Isaac, tell us a little bit about what you do.
I've been spraying timber for about 13 years and planting pine trees. And I built this thing myself. I usually do timber, but Mitch is my buddy. I'm a good friend of mine, so we go do a little thistle for him every once in a while.
Yeah, y'all remember Isaac from the he come got some litter from us back on the previous video, but I was telling him this camera don't do it justice. This ground's steep and it's rough. You can't run on it in a truck.
No,
it's bad.
It's pretty rough.
It's got to have a lot of dozer work. But I was telling him this is 748 G3, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good machine. I just bought this one last year. We got another one that's just like it, but it's a 548.
Yeah, that's right. He's got two of them. He's got a 548 G3 with a it's got a 500 gallon setup on it.
It's got a 300.
It's a 300 gallon setup. So this skidder, you know, it's carrying over double the water of the 548, and it's setting on. These are the 548's got 28 L's. These are 35 5s, aren't they? Yeah, this skidder sets up a lot higher.
Yeah, that's the reason I got it. Because everybody else logging with a 748 or a bigger skidder.
Yeah.
They got way more ground clearance than that 548.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I know from just what I helped you there a few summers spraying. That 548 a high center on the stump in a minute.
Oh yeah.
This thing will just get right on over it. So he's running a Matrix Pro GPS. What kind of rate controller and stuff you got?
I ain't got one in this machine.
No, you just kind of got to wing it.
Well, we go off this GPS. We know how many acres we cover.
Right.
Right now we're running 5.5 miles an hour.
Right.
This one's got a throttle on it.
Right.
And this pasture, you just set it and run a tank or two out, and you know what it's going to do. But in the woods, we quit trying to do that, because when you're moving along in the woods and you got to stop for you're hitting a rough spot and it comes.
It stops spraying so wide, doesn't it? Yeah.
It'll mess up your pattern, and it'll stripe it up worse trying to run with a brake controller than it will with just doing it the old-fashioned way.
Right.
Because when you do a timber, it ain't like something you can just put a computer to do.
Right. Yeah, you got all kind of obstacles you got to work around, ditches and piles and stumps and wet places, but
well, we put these wide booms on here, and that's made a big difference. I mean,
yeah. So I said when I first started video, you're getting what, 70 feet, 68, something like that.
And when
y'all look how tall. I mean, these dang thistles are tall as the skidder. That's even if this ground was smooth, you can't spray these weeds this tall with a truck because it'll just wipe the booms. But these booms are what, 12 foot off the ground on this thing?
Yeah, they weigh.
And we're spraying right over the top of them.
Yeah, no, it's gonna kill the hell out of it. It's gonna do.
So you bought this skidder out of Texas, right?
Yeah.
And got it home, and the dang motor was bad right before you even done a job with it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they skunked you on that one.
The fella that sold it to me.
Yeah.
I knew something was up when he didn't want me to drive it.
Right.
And he was just looking kind of nervous, but it don't matter. I got it.
Right. That's right. He
I got a good deal on it. I put a new engine.
He's got a brand new engine in it, and ain't got to worry about it. So it all worked out.
But I want to get a bigger one. I figured out we doing twice the production of this as we were.
Yeah. So you can get another 748 or 848 and
I want to get a bogey skidder. I think a bogey.
Yeah, that would be what it. You could put a 1,000 gallon tank, 1,500 on something like that.
Yeah, if you had a bogey, you could put a 1,000 gallon tank on it easy.
Right.
I
hadn't thought of that. That's pretty interesting.
Well, they ride so much better.
Right, and you got more flotation. I know when me and you was spraying down south, we stayed stuck. But the ground, ground down there is just not like it is here.
No, but it won't get stuck, but it'll walk over a stump and it won't rack the shit out of it.
Right.
Well, yeah, it drives better than the other one, though.
It sure does. It sure does. These big tires just walk right over these holes and washes. I was telling them, about how much dozer work this little spot's got to have. This is the roughest spot on the whole place. This area here. That's why we hadn't done anything with it.
Yeah, but it ain't that bad. I'll tell you what's rough, that over on that hill.
Yeah.
That's some rough ground. But yeah, I enjoy doing it. I'm glad to be doing it.
So tell us about planting the pine trees. You got 2 650Ks.
We got 3.
Yeah, 3 650Ks.
We got 3 of those and 3 CNG.
And what kind of tree planters are you planting with?
A CNG.
Okay.
And I like doing that. That's a lot of work. But it's a good way to make a living.
Right.
You can't make a living spraying.
No, it's just too seasonal.
You make some money.
Right.
There ain't enough spraying to make it through.
Right.
But you couldn't make a living tree planting, I don't think.
No, it's seasonal too. What you got going on here, work? It's a real good mix.
Yeah. We're gonna start burning this year. I'm going to burn school.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do it, and then we'll be able to do everything. As James Brooks would say, you can work them all the way around.
Right.
Because everybody wants somebody that can just do everything.
That's right. That's right. People want simplicity.
But the last couple of years, I've tried to get somebody to do a burn job for me, and we do the spraying, and we do the planting, and try to contract the burns out. Nobody does what they say they're gonna do.
Right.
I don't really want to do it, but
well, you kind of got to.
Yeah, hell, the work's there.
Right.
We'll just have to find out a way to do it.
Right. Well, it'll work out. It'll work out. Really, not that many people doing what y'all do. So tell us your thoughts on spraying with these skidders versus a helicopter. I mean, you can do a little better around the edges and stuff, and
yeah, we don't have to worry about the edges like the helicopter.
Yeah.
We can spray right up to the edge with it. And other than that, I mean, you know, a helicopter is just as capable of doing as good a job as we are.
Right.
They're moving
so much faster.
They're moving a lot faster. And
Right.
when they make a little hiccup in a clear cut, I've seen where they go across a 100-acre clear cut and they'll leave a 100-foot strip through the middle of it.
Right.
You know, but to them, that's just a little mistake. And, you know, with us, you know, if we leave a little strip, you know, it might be 6 foot, but
right. But
it ain't gonna be no big wide strip.
Don't you think you get a better kill with a skidder because you're putting so much more water per acre?
I think, yeah, we get a lot better coverage. But,
Yeah.
you know, killing it's with chemical.
Right.
And we've been doing it now for long enough. We done figured out what works for us. And
right.
And this year, just last year, we started using detail, and I know it's been around as long as we've been doing it, but I did it for a customer. We sprayed about 1,000 acres using the detail in the mix.
Yeah.
And we're gonna use it from now on. We were using triclopyr and glyphosate, and we just took the triclopyr out of the mix, added the detail.
Right.
Still use the glyphosate and the mazapyr and the escort, and it just killed the hell out of them pine trees. That's the hardest thing to get down.
Yeah, that's what everybody fights is those volunteer pines.
Yeah, you can't. Hardwoods are easy to kill, but if you got too many pines on per acre, then that's worse than having sweet gums, I think.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
At the end of looking at it from a money standpoint, I think got too many pines, you ain't gonna never be able to manage it like you need to.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, and then Braxton, he's 17 now. He's interested in this stuff. He's been helping.
Right.
And so that's one reason I'm doing burns.
Just need enough for it. Gotta have enough for everybody to go around.
That, I got 2 young boys that can come drink towards you, so
Right.
it'll make it a little easier on me.
Right. Yeah. Well, y'all heard it from the man himself. You need any spraying or of any kind, or tree planting, burning, East Alabama, West Georgia, give old Isaac Robertson a call.